Developing evaluation instruments. We have learned that certain evaluation instruments, they are already available, and we can check whether or not we can use these instruments in order to evaluate the educational objectives जो हमने अपने करिकुलम में शामिल किए हैं. आपको याद होगा कि हमने objectives को 3 तरह के ग्रुप्स में तरतीब दिया था. एक ग्रुप वो है which can be easily evaluated by using the existing evaluation instruments. Second group is the one which can be evaluated by making some modifications in the existing evaluation instruments. और एक तीसरा ग्रुप वो है जिनको हम existing instruments की मदद से evaluate नहीं कर सकते. और हमने सवाल किया कि इस situation में क्या किया जाए. तो इस situation में we have to learn how to develop these educational evaluation instruments for the evaluation of curriculum. Now, what we have to do in order to develop the instrument for the evaluation of these certain objectives or particular kind of objectives which cannot be evaluated by using existing evaluation instruments. In this situation, what we can do is that we have to try out some of the situations which can be defined as suggested situation that will give an opportunity to the students to demonstrate or to show what they have learned as per behaviors and content knowledge, which is being desired by the education objectives. हम कोशिश करेंगे कि हम वो सादा situations provide करें जिसमें हमारे objectives की evaluation के लिए जो evidence हमें चाहिए बच्चे वो evidence provide कर सकें और इस situation में बच्चे अपने skills, अपने knowledge और अपने behaviors को मुकम्मल तौर पर show कर सकें. If students are given enough opportunity to demonstrate their behavior and their content knowledge, then we can evaluate the students as per the desired objectives and we can start developing the instrument. In the second stage, what we can do is that while we are using different situations or a situation as possible situations where we can have sufficient evidence which can be evaluated to get to know to what extent learning has taken place among the students. So it will be a way to evaluate the students and then we can have an idea to what extent educational objective is being achieved. So while we are providing these situations, we are providing a situation and we are trying out different situations and then we say which one is the situation where we can have maximum evidence of students' performance as per desired objectives which are included in the curriculum. हम जब इन 2 stages से गुजर जाते हैं तो हमारे पास एक सिंपल किस्म का सिचुएशन भी आ जाता है और हमारे पास एक सिंपल किस्म का इवैल्यूएशन इंस्ट्रूमेंट भी डेवलप हो जाता है which can be used to evaluate whether or not educational objective is being achieved while using these situations. Let's take an example to understand this. If we are developing an ability among students to analyze the problems, so what we can do is that we will create a situation where we will be providing a number of problems to the students in the written form. So we have a situation where different problems are listed and they are put in written form and they are given to the students. And students are then asked to analyze those problems. So they are invited to conduct an analysis of those problems, and on the basis of this analysis, it will tell us that to what extent in this situation we were able to collect the evidence जो इतना काफ़ी था कि अब हम evaluate कर सकते हैं कि बच्चों में इस skill की या इस behavior की development किस हद तक हो चुकी है. To what extent they are able to solve the problems. So what we have to ensure is that whatever situation we are providing to the students, in order to evaluate their expertise as per content knowledge or behaviors, we have to ensure दैट सिचुएशंस इस तरह की हों कि जहाँ पर मुकम्मल तौर पर या किसी हद तक काफ़ी ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट प्रोवाइड की गई है और सिचुएशंस दी गई हैं कि हमारे पास काफ़ी हद तक एविडेंस भी आ सके एंड वी कैन सी दैट दिस एविडेंस इज सफिशिएंट इनफ कि हम अपने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को इवेल्युएट कर सकें कि किस हद तक हमने ऑब्जेक्टिव्स को अचीव कर लिया है. सो बाय डूइंग दिस एक्सरसाइज वी आर मूविंग टुवर्ड्स डेवलपिंग एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट एंड then we can use this instrument to evaluate the objectives which cannot be evaluated by using the existing evaluation instruments for the evaluation of the curriculum. In this situation too, if we want to find out what are the students' interests, so what we can do is that we will have a questionnaire with a variety of activities, and in these listed activities, then we can ask students to mark which one they are interested in and which activity they are not interested in. While students are marking all these activities and we are getting to know that what way they are liked in and what they don't like, it will give us sufficient evidence in a class that what is the level of interest of the students and which type of activities they are interested in. So while we are creating a situation, and it is a situation when we are saying we don't have any existing evaluation instrument, you know, it is not easy to develop an evaluation instrument. That's why we try to go for simpler situations, and these are the situations where we can have adequate evidence that what students like and what they don't like, and on the basis of that we can evaluate students as per behavior, as per their interest and as per their content knowledge. If a situation gives ample opportunity to the students to show their interest, then the questionnaire is the best instrument. If we are using this on the basis of trial and to see how satisfactorily it can be used, so after using it we can easily state and we can conclude that to what extent the use of questionnaire is satisfactory while we are trying to evaluate students against the educational objectives. So we can use simple ways to evaluate the objectives while we don't have any existing instrument for the evaluation of objectives which we have stated in our curriculum. When we say that we can use simpler situations, we can give them a try, we can use some instrument on trial basis, and then we can check whether or not they are providing us with the adequate information which can then be used to evaluate any curriculum against the level of development of behavior and the content knowledge among the students. Only then we can decide upon any instrument which can be used inside the classroom. So we can do all this exercise, developing, trying it out in the classroom, checking how well evidence can be collected. Is this sufficient that we can put a value? Or then we can use and we can make this instrument into final forms or in the form of checklists or the questionnaires, and then we can use them satisfactorily inside the classroom for the evaluation of students and in turn for the evaluation of the curriculum and against the objectives which we have stated inside the curriculum.